Hey guys, and welcome back to another K5 Adventures. Today's adventures, grilling ribeye. What we got here today are ribeyes that I pre-marinated about 20 minutes ago. Just McCormick and Schmidt's seasoning and some garlic and some olive oil. And then when I grill it, I'm gonna put some butter on top to get it a nice little juice and butter in, plus it wouldn't stick to it. So stick around and follow the adventures. So here are the ribeyes that we got. They're about 1.5 inches thick, and what I did about 20 minutes ago was I took a fork and I basically poked a bunch of holes through it, and then I'd laid down some garlic powder on top, then McCormick and Schmidt's seasoning, and then came back in with olive oil, rubbed it in, flipped it over, did the same thing to the other side. And so it's been 20 minutes now. I'm preheating the grill up to about 450, and we are going to grill each side for about 4 to 5 minutes for medium rare. And then I know some of my family members, they want a little bit more well done, so we'll leave that on for probably 7 to 10 minutes for the well done. So now the grill's at 450. It's ready to be grilled. We're gonna lift it up and put the ribeyes in. And my plan is that we're just going to cook these, like I said. I myself like it medium rare. I like to put my steak on an angle a little bit. That way it'll get a nice grilled mark on it. So we're gonna leave it on for 2 minutes, and then we are going to move it about 90 degrees for another 2 minutes, just so that we can get a nice grill mark going. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is come back and just place a piece of butter. I'd like to have a piece of butter on top of the steak and just have it melted while it's doing that on each side. And once the butter starts to melt, I'm going to come back in with the fork and just kind of poke at the steak gently, so that way the idea is to have the butter penetrate into the steak. So and then this is salted butter. So we're gonna start the timer, leave it for 2 minutes, and then we're gonna rotate it 90 degrees for another 2 minutes. All right, so it's not 2 minutes yet, but I wanna show you guys how the butter is coming along. The butter is starting to melt here, so I wanna move the butter around and just kind of poke at the meat a little bit. Not so hard that you're actually losing the flavor, but just also slightly on top, and you can get some of the butter to go inside. Get some of the butter in there. Alright, so it's been 2 minutes now, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to lift it up, and I want to show you guys the nice grill mark that's underneath there. So we're just gonna get a cross pattern. Now we're just gonna rotate it like so. So now we have like a nice grill pattern. And we're gonna leave this on for another 2 minutes before we flip to the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and start the timer again for 2 minutes, and we'll flip it to the other side. All right, so it's been 4 minutes now. Now we're gonna flip the steak to the other side. And then we're gonna top it off again with some butter. Butter on there. And we'll wait for the butter. We'll wait for the butter to melt, and then we'll poke at it again with the fork, just to try to get the butter to seep into the steak. Here, as the butter is melting a little bit, I'll try to move it around. And remember, we gotta put a timer on this for 2 minutes as well, because again, at 2 minutes, I'd like to move it. Rotate it 90 degrees, the grill mark on there. But it is looking good and smelling great. Two minutes. Now we're gonna rotate the ribeyes, and this is to give it the nice grill mark on there. You don't have to. rotate it, but I like to rotate it just because then it has a nice crisscross grill mark pattern. And then we're gonna leave it on here again for another 2 minutes, and then we'll let it rest. So in total, it's gonna be 8 minutes for medium rare. All right, so steak's ready to be pulled. Go ahead and turn the grill off, and then we're gonna pull them out, leave it on here, and we're gonna let it rest for a few minutes. See if we can fit these pieces on here. I think the thicker ones are going to be medium rare, and the slightly thinner ones are for more cooked. So, all right. Let it sit and we'll bring it inside the house. All right, so we're back inside now. I'm gonna take the steak and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. So the steak's been resting for about 10 minutes now. And what I do is I like my steak medium rare. So I'm gonna cut into it and show you guys what the steak looked like. So it's still nice and pink in the center. Move this around. I'll rotate this so you can see that it's still nice and pink in the center here. Give this a taste. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave any comments below, and we'll get back to you. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for following another adventure. Have a good one.